I don't plan any of these things. You never know if I'm going to get like a 4-minute intro, a 30-second intro. I'm going to try to keep it short. This way I shut up and you guys actually hear from the guys that matter. I got Jesse and Brian from Arena Club back on the show to talk about what's going on at Arena Club. And I want to say welcome. What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's happening,
How
Cage?
are you, Cage? How are you?
I'm doing good. I got to say, before we even talk about Arena Club, the whole deal, I want to work in your office. I may have to move, across the country. It's just, look at that Topps baseball pack. Look at that huge pack they got up on the wall back there. Like I want to work where you get to pass that kind of stuff. Is that 87 Topps, I think, if memory serves? Like that's from my childhood. That's wood border right there. That's what that looks like. I love it. That, without saying anything, to me, that's hobby through and through right there. You put that up on the wall, it's like, we mean business. We got an 87 Topps, life size, this huge thing up on the wall. Anyway, guys, sorry. I derailed my own show a minute in. Welcome. I'm excited to have you.
Super excited to be here, Cage. Thanks for having us.
Well, I'm going to start off with this because I want to hear what's going on in Arena Club. I want to hear, how you guys are doing, you name it. But I still do at least one sale and one trade every week. Somebody makes an offer to me. Somebody's in my somebody's in my showroom. Somebody's making, an offer to me. A lot of times I reject them. I probably could make more trades if I were willing to be taken advantage of. There are some predators out there. I got to tell you, there's some people, they want all my Barry Sanders cards and they want to give me junk in return. It's just the way that it is. But I mean, I'm happy to have you here. What's been going on at Arena? What do you got going on?
Oh my gosh, we're having so much fun, Cage. Seriously, we've been around for almost a year now live, and we've gotten a lot of great traction thanks to this amazing community and hobbyists that love what we're doing. And we love what we're doing. We're excited to be working on so many new initiatives, but the initiatives that we launched with in terms of the grading, it's working, right? The marketplace, which was our main focus, building basically an online card show, is really resonating. We're close to, call it 2,000 showrooms.
Wow.
And we got almost 100,000 cards in the marketplace now, and it's still growing pretty quickly. And to your point, Case, a lot of people buying, selling, trading on our marketplace at the card show. It's a lot of fun, and I'm addicted to it myself. I'm on it every night.
The last time I had you on, you guys, the refrain that we hit, right, was it is basically a 24/7 card show, right? I mean, that was where we wanted to be for Arena Club. We wanted it to be anything you could do at a card show, you could do on our site 24/7. Is that still kind of the North Star for Arena Club? That's still kind of like the guiding light?
Absolutely. That's what we started with. That's the vision, and that's what we're going to continue building out. And so just think about a card show with on-site grading, a card show with a bunch of showcases and vendors and dealers and so forth that you could carry around your slabs and make trades and so forth. But then we're also we've added some amazing athletes to join us. So everyone knows that Derek Jeter is one of our co-founders, of course, but then also we've signed the likes of Steve Nash and Dawkins and
Tim Howard.
Wow.
We just signed it. We haven't announced this yet, but we'll announce it right now, Cage. We just signed Marcus Smart and Drew Holiday.
Wow.
So we're doing our platform. They will have showrooms pretty soon, and you can buy, sell, and trade with them. We're also going to do a lot of kind of athlete online signings, meet and greets. And so we will have the opportunity for folks to come and Zoom with their favorite athletes on our site and maybe receive some signed autographed cards or whatever they want to send in, and we can mail those to them. So again, trying to make this really fun, especially for this next generation of hobbyists as well.
I like it. I mean, think about going to a card show, right? You walk in and all right, you can buy cards, sell cards, trade cards, but there's also athletes there, and you're able to do this now virtually, right? You can have a Zoom with an athlete, have them sign something and send it out to you, right? And chat with them. The last athlete my son and I get to chat with was Sean Kemp.
Ooh, that's so cool. I love Sean Kemp.
That was a big dude. I mean, just a big dude. I mean, you meet the NBA players, you really feel small. But my son was wearing a Sean Kemp jersey. He signed the jersey, right? You know, he's wearing it. It's kind of, that's fun stuff. That's what you kind of do. At these shows. One of the fun things, though, I think Arena Club brings is that you don't walk in. I mean, sometimes you can do this, but you don't walk into a show and become a dealer. You know what I mean? You don't walk in and like you walk into a show, their dealers already there. Sometimes it's entrenched. Sometimes it's the same dealers every time with the same merchandise, and it's some shows sort of get stale. I remember going to a show at Hofstra right before the big boom. There was a table in the corner, and my son, he put his box of cards on the table and basically set up his own little impromptu table, and people were coming over making deals, and he sold every card from the case. Eventually, they told him he can't do that anymore because he's not paying. The next time that table was sold, there was another dealer there. But you guys are doing that. You're providing access. You said 2,000 showrooms. Is that right? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So anybody can come in and basically become a dealer in your 24/7 card show. It's not just I'm coming in to buy, it's I'm coming in and I can buy from this guy because I have my own cards up in the showroom and I'm selling and I'm trading, you name it. So it puts everybody kind of on equal footing. I like that.
Yeah. And because we have everything vaulted, right? There's no need to build up a seller rating for credibility. Like we have the cards set a price and someone could buy it. And in addition, everyone has their own showroom, which is now you can search and sort. So it's literally like your own storefront that you can market and share with your friends, right? It's not just something that just goes into a big marketplace. So that's the only way you can sell your cards. It's you literally have your own storefront.
I love it. So, I mean, guys, I'll be as honest with the listeners as I can. I spent a couple minutes with these guys saying, ahead of time saying, hey, what do you want to talk about and make sure I hit it? And I'm the worst because I'm going to hit him with a curveball right now. It's just what I do. I promise you, I did not ask them about this. I did not.
I'll be right back, Cage.
Here we go. The curve is coming in, right? Gina was.
Emergency at school.
It's what I do. No, but I mean, it's one of the things that I'm most curious about. I have my own anecdotal answer, and maybe I'll ask it and then answer just from my own experience, right? I would imagine one of the toughest parts, besides the tech and getting traction, although the tech is great, and it seems like you got traction. I mean, that 2,000 showrooms and almost 100,000 cards in the marketplace. The one question that I had coming into this was the grading space, right? It's a tough space, right? There are a lot of companies doing it. We saw an announcement, that I think HGA was purchased by new investors. That's another grading company. I saw DCI saying that they're not going to be going to the Dallas show, which is in their backyard. To me, all those things, they show I would say a difficult landscape in grading. You guys, you grade cards because that's part of what you do. I say part because your marketplace has slabs from PSA, from Beckett, from SGC, and your own slabs. I've graded with you. I've never been shocked by a grade. I love the grading. I love the heat map. I've always, I sent in everything from 33 Gaudis to, ultra modern stuff that just came out of PAX while I was standing there at the National, right? And I wasn't like, wow, that card, I got a 10. I thought it was a 6. Like even the 33 Gaudi, like it was what I was expecting to grade. Has that been sort of the feedback that you've gotten from the grading aspect of it? Have you heard from folks like, wow, like I'm pleasantly surprised by the accuracy of the grading, the heat map of the grading? Because that's kind of been my, my take on the grading so far. And I've graded a bunch of cards with you guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Kate. So look, we started with grading really not because we were wanting to take out, or take down other grading companies, really. It was really for the user, right? So basically, we wanted every card in our marketplace to be authenticated. So whether that be PSA, Beckett, SGC, CGC, whatever slabs you want to send in and put into your online showroom, you're more than welcome to. But if you want to send us raw cards, we will grade and authenticate those raw cards before they go into your showroom, right? Because we wanted everything to be on the up and up. Because look, truthfully speaking, I've purchased a lot of raw cards online from all different sources, and I've been burned.
Yep.
I've been burned with trim cards, fake cards, lost in the mail cards, like the whole gamut. And so we wanted to fix that, which is why we do it the way we do. In terms of grading, yes, people are very happy with our grading. Number one is transparent. You get grading reports, you know exactly why your card scored a certain way, but also they're also pleasantly happy because our grades are holding up.
Yep.
Right. So basically, they're a slight discount to what PSA is trading at, which is proof that transparency works. Right. And look, we've already cracked I guess not so confidentially. Of course, we've cracked our own slabs with those grades and sent them to other grading companies. And sure enough, they come back more or less the same.
Quality assurance. You should be doing that. I'm glad to hear that you do that, right? I mean, that's what you should be doing.
We got to make sure that everything's in checks and balances and people are getting what they think they're getting, and we're transparent about it.
I got to tell you, I submitted during baseball season a whole bunch of rookies, you know, just the Topps cards, the Chrome cards, you name it. I don't have any Corbin Carroll left. Like every one of my arena slabs, of course, they all gone, just disappeared. And I'll throw another compliment in, and this is more just education for, and please, you know, it's your company later on. I can just speak from someone who uses the platform. One of my favorite things is there's a pricing tool. It's built right into the platform. So, you know, no matter how much time you spend in this hobby, no matter how much work you do here, you know, it's not inherent what a card's value is, especially, you know, based on the grade, right? But you get it in the showroom, you get the card in, and, you know, let's say it's a Corbin Carroll Chrome rookie Arena 10, right? I don't know exactly what to price that at, but in 3 seconds I do, because I click on my card and here it is. I have a chart. I have, you know, information of what a PSA 10 sells for, what a PSA 9 sells for, what a BGS sells. Like it actually suggests a comparable card with a price. And the best part is if you price it, you know, a good price, a great price, you'll get sort of like almost like a badge. Like, this is a great price with like 5 fire emojis. This way people know, wow, this is a good price. Get on that one, scoop it up before somebody else does. I mean, it is an ease of use there that you don't see everywhere else. That's a great tool.
Yeah. I mean, and just that's kind of how we view grading too, right? It's like, if you really want to get max value for your card, you have to send it away, get it back, build up a seller rating on eBay, and sell it, right? So we're just trying to make it easier. And most high quality cards, I mean, it might be hard to believe this, are still sitting in the raw form. Right. There's a huge market of raw cards that need to be graded. Right. And that's our platform.
You wouldn't think that, right, Jesse? But you're 100% right. I mean, you watch the content coming out of the Toronto Expo, and there you see, you know, 3 Mickey Mantle 52 Topps being sent to PSA on site to grade, you know, 52 Mays. I mean, if those cards are still sitting there raw, you can imagine what kind of cards are out there still sitting raw, you know?
There's a lot of attics filled with cards still. There's a lot, right? And we want to make it as easy as possible for people to sell their cards, right? And grading is just a necessary step.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, think about how it's done today, really. It's if you're looking to really sell cards or trade cards or whatnot, what you're doing is you're buying a card, maybe some raw cards, you buy some packs, you pick out the ones that you want to get graded, you send it into a grading company, you wait a month or two after paying a lot of money, right, and waiting, and then you get the card back, and then now you're ready to sell it. So now you have to do your listing on eBay, you wait to sell it, it gets sold, you have to package it up, drive to USPS, and ship it, right? So and hope it. And hope it gets it. There's a lot of steps. At Arena Club, it's just one step. You want to sell a card, send it to us. Right? You get it graded, you get it listed, you get it sold.
I've talked about that, by the way. You know,
no friction.
You're honest, right? I mean, you talk about, you know, right now our cards are selling at a slight discount to PSA, right? But think about what so take that as given, right? When you sell with Arena Club, it's going to sell for a slight discount to a PSA 10, your Arena Club 10. Where my favorite thing in the hobby it's to break wax. It's when Topps comes out and you have the rookies, your Corbin Carrolls, your Anthony Volpe, you have those cards in there. I want to break it. I want to take my refractors, even my base cards, and I'm going to go get them graded. I'm going to come and I'm going to sell them, and defray the cost of the box to me. Maybe keep some cards for my own collection. Maybe if I'm real lucky, you know, I can sell it for more than what the box cost me, right? But it doesn't have to. I just want to be able to continue this hobby. I want to continue to keep breaking, get the money back in, and it's a cycle, right? It's what I like doing. I can do it traditionally, the way you just talked about. I can open the cards, I can pack them up and mail them off, wait a couple of months, have them sent back to me. Then when I have them in the grade, list them on another platform, eBay or wherever it might be, to sell. Hopefully I sell, pay a fee there, which is not a small fee, right? Hopefully the person pays. Hopefully it's not shield bid. Hopefully the money comes in through another payment platform that's going to take another fee. Then I got to run to the post office after packing it up. My wife's yelling at me that I got bubble wrap everywhere. Why do I need to buy envelopes? What's with the tape? Then go to the post office, deal with that line again, and then hope that player didn't get injured during all this time, right? You didn't fumble 3 times the night before, because that person's going to cancel it because there happens to be a scratch on the slab, my butt. But I get that a lot on eBay. I can avoid all that. I send you the raw car, I send you my Volpe, I send you my Corbin Carrolls. You're going to grade and put on platform. I immediately sell it. It's instant. It's a smaller fee. There's less friction. There's a lot less tape and bubble wrap for me, and worrying about like going to the post office multiple times. So, and the trade-off is that slight reduction. But I think overall, you're winning out because you don't have all these additional fees down the road and all this additional friction. That's, to me, one of the best parts about Arena. Because like you said, you want to just give us the card and move it. You can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you just eliminate the wife yelling at you for bubble wrap.
I mean, listen.
Like all those other things, obviously, that's great. But if you
eliminate bubble wrap everywhere,
one step, that's a painful one.
Bubble wrap and the peanuts. It's just everywhere. There's little envelopes all over the place. Yeah. But I'm going to pivot because you talked about athletes, right? And I'm not going to put you on the spot, right? Because we're recording this in November. National is what, 8-9 months away, right? You never know what's going to happen between now and then. But high level, is the plan to have some Arena athletes, or at least one athlete at the National? That's the plan?
Absolutely. Just like we brought Derek Jeter last year, we'll bring one of our athletes to Nationals this year. We'll have a great, a couple great events for people involved with Arena Club, some of our showrooms that are high performing and so forth. But we want to make it as much fun as we can for the hobby and for everyone. Have a nice presence at the National. I mean, I love the National. Don't you, Cage?
I do. I do.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's a great show. Congrats to Ray over there and everything that he's accomplishing. And it's a lot of fun. I'm already counting the days.
Yeah, we already booked our rooms for next year.
Well, I got to do that because Cleveland's interesting. But here you go. So the best part, the content coming out of National is, what I think what you did with Derek Jeter. I mean, some of the stuff. Yeah, you can find athletes there and autograph in line 2 seconds. The interactive stuff that you did, the question and answer stuff. The bringing. I'm a Greg Jeter fan, was my favorite. The guy coming from France and getting to meet his hero. I mean, that's cool stuff. It's taking what has happened here in this hobby to another level, and I'm sure you guys will come up with something else to do in that regard. You dropped a little. I know you didn't mean it, but you dropped a little one of these. It's like, hey, we're gonna have an athlete there, and some of our better performing showrooms, they might get the ability to be on the top of the list. That leads me to my next question. Either of you can take this. I saw a VIP submitter program. You want to tell me a little bit about that? And maybe, people will take advantage of that. Maybe they get to meet one of the athletes down at the National. Maybe you move up the list. Maybe it's kind of a way to, to make sure you check the box, VIP status. Talk to me about the VIP submitter program.
Yeah, we're really, really excited about this. We just brought on Vaughn Casey, who has incredible hobby experience, and he's running this where our top submitters really don't have to wait until we go on promo anymore, right? Like our 555s and 777s are awesome, and we'll still continue to run them. But for folks who are sending us cards regularly and often, we'll give them a great rate. Simple as that. In addition to a great rate, we're gonna support their business, right? Whether they're a dealer, give them a display for their shop, help support them going to card shows. We want to make you we want to make you successful on Arena Club. Ultimately, we know it's meeting you where you are in your business, and so that's what the VIP submitter program really is all about. So we're really excited to kick this off. We've already had a lot of signups who are sending us cards often each month at a great rate, and we're getting their stores set up as well. So
if you're somebody out there who hasn't really dealt with Arena Club yet, right? So let's say somebody who's listening to this, right? And they've seen you at the National, or they've heard of you through either this show or you guys do a lot of stuff, and they're like, you know what? That sounds interesting. Maybe I'll send them some cards. Maybe, I have a store, or I have, I'm a dealer. I do a lot of stuff out there. I'd like some information about that. Like, what does that mean? How do they go about getting info? Where should they email? Where should they go online, send a message on IG? Like, how does somebody who's, a dealer, somebody who does this full time and just heard what you said and wants to be able to take advantage of your best pricing, but just hasn't done it yet, where do they get the information so that we can right now convert this person who's listening now to someone who Arena Club can help, and they can help Arena Club? How's that work?
So on our submission page, there's a huge green button at the bottom that says contact sales. So all you have to do is click that, and then that'll start the conversation.
So go to Arena Club, submission page, big green bottom, contact, big green button. Contact sales. Can't miss it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing I would say to anyone who hasn't tried Arena Club who's listening.
Yep.
Give it a shot, honestly, and you'll see how fun it really is. You submit some cards to us, send them in. You'll get a showroom set up, and then you can start buying from other showrooms. You can sell your cards. You can trade cards. It's actually just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can make some money selling some cards too, right, Cage?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if you want the slabs back, also you want to sell them at a show. It's super easy, right? It's the easiest way you could possibly retrieve cards at the hobby, right?
Oh, yeah.
So getting our slabs in your hands, in
you
your
can
customers'
retrieve your
hands,
cards from your showroom at any time.
Yeah, we encourage it, right? Because I think once you feel the slab in your hand, you see the label, you see how secure it is. Like that's what it's all about, right? So we encourage that as well.
I love it. Yeah. So if you're listening, give it a shot. And if you're somebody who thinks the VIP program might be useful, click the green button and just write, I want information about the VIP program. Nice and easy. Let's go. They'll reach out to you. They'll let you know what it's all about. But
we'll find you.
I mean, you did have great specials at the National, great specials after the National, and basically, I guess what it's saying is, if you're somebody who thinks that you're going to be a bulk submitter, or somebody who can take advantage of this, somebody who either breaks a lot, maybe a breaker, maybe a dealer, somebody who's got a lot of raw cards and wants to take advantage of this and try to sell online. It sounds like that's something that could probably help them out. So go ahead and check that out. All right, so
awesome.
Last couple of minutes. I don't need to get into specifics, because one of those things that makes it difficult is you get nailed down to, we're going to deliver this on this day and you name it. But you always like to leave the folks at least knowing that there's some fun stuff on the horizon. And if you're going to be the 24/7 card show, right, then there are other things that go on in a card show besides buy, sell, trade, an athlete or athlete signing, you name it. We got some other stuff on the horizon. We're still expanding the offerings to make Arena Club a full service online 24/7 card show.
Absolutely. We're always coming up with ideas to add more excitement to the platform. We're working on something now, actually, that I think a lot of people will enjoy purchasing and getting engaged with. So that launches in what, like 2.5 weeks?
About 2 weeks. It's going to bring a ton of excitement to the platform. That's all we're going to say.
Gotta leave them one. So I'm gonna force you guys to come on in a couple weeks. Or right in advance when you want to explain what that is and you name it, and I'll have you on and kind of give some details about that, and we'll go from there. But one of those things I always ask that, because look, if you're not adapting to what the customers are asking for, you're not doing right by your customers. And I know that you guys probably get asked all the time, hey, what about this? Hey, what about adding this to the platform? And to hear that you're taking that feedback into account and and adapting and building up the marketplace, great. Let us know when you hit the 100,000 cards on the marketplace. We'll do a big post about it. We'll have some fun and a little congratulations. Sounds like it's going to happen soon, and we'll go from there. Anything else? Do you want to say, is Derek Jeter kind of hiding to your left? You want to turn the phone like this? say hi? No, it's not one of those.
Hey, Garrett, I'm not sure if DJ's watching, but if he is, hello. I will talk to you on Friday.
Cage misses you.
Yeah,
I miss you 100%. I miss you. Can you manage the Yankees? We need to start winning. Let's go. Like, come on, let's go. Well, we need you. Melon, get your suit on. All right, guys, it's always fun chatting with you. It's been 25 minutes. I don't want to keep you for too long. Guys, a couple fun things. If you haven't tried Arena Club, give it a shot. I mean, how do you say no to Brian? He smiled for 25 straight minutes, right? I mean, give it a shot. There's some fun stuff, on the platform. And if you do sign up, send me a trade offer. I'll trade with you. I have a lot of fun stuff on the platform. I trade almost all the time on there. It's a lot of the fun that I have. And if you are somebody who thinks you can take advantage of that, VIP submitter program, go ahead and go to that page, click that green box, and get some more information on it. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you coming on. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Talk to you soon, guys.